Hello everybody, today with you Mr. Abdullah Abdelghani. I am going to explain for Prep 2 language the series of Aim High 2. We will start with Unit 5, Lessons 1 and 2. The title of Unit 5 says Gifts. Okay? Gifts, it's like something that given to a person. The person can't expect what is it. Okay? It's a gift from Allah, or it equals a present. Okay, so we will start with famous gifts. Before reading, think of 3 famous buildings in the world. Answer the questions. What kind of building is it? Choose from the words in the box. Okay, you have here in this box some buildings, and you need to determine which building is it. Okay, number 2, where is it? If you choose a building, you need to determine where is it exactly. Where is it? Number 3, is it a tourist attraction today? And so on. For example, if I'd like to speak about the pyramids, so the building is pyramids. Okay. And the buildings, it's a great buildings that were built by pharaohs. Okay, where is it? It's in Giza. Okay, the Great Pyramid is in Giza. Is it a tourist attraction today? Yes, of course, it's a tourist attraction today. Okay, you have some words here, or some buildings like castle, concert hall, government building, museum, palace, tower, skyscraper, opera house, temple, stadium, and so on. We will discuss some of the meaning of these buildings, like concert hall. Concert hall, it's a type of theater that musical parties can be performed. Okay, what else also is skyscraper. Skyscraper, it's a tall building, okay, that can touch the sky. It consists of many of floors. Opera house. Opera house also, it's a kind of theater that in which you can perform a play, and so on. Okay, we will start now with the passage that is called monumental gifts. Monumental what? Gifts. Let us now read this passage and discuss the important words. So please concentrate your attention, please. But before reading it, we need to determine what is it. Okay? Okay, monumental gifts from Russia with love. Poles either love it or hate it. The Palace of Culture and Science has dominated the Warsaw skyline for over 50 years and is still one of the tallest landmarks in Europe. It was a personal gift from Joseph Stalin to the to the Polish people, and he sent 3,500 workers from the former Soviet Union to build it. Work on the building lasted from May 1952 until July 1955, and 16 workers died in accidents during construction. It stands 231 meters high, and it has got 42 stories and 3,288 rooms, including 3 theaters, a swimming pool, a museum, and a congress hall. Today it hosts exhibitions and concerts, and it's the home of a Polish university. It's also one of the city's most popular tourist attractions, and every year thousands of people visit the terrace on the 35th floor and enjoy the views across the city. Okay, taking libraries. Since 1886, the Statue of Liberty has been one of the most famous monuments in America. In fact, the statue was a gift to America from the French people. They built the statue in France and then shipped it across the Atlantic Ocean in 350 pieces and rebuilt it in New York. They completed the work in 1886 and about a million people watched the opening parade on 28 October of that year. At the time, the Statue of Liberty was the tallest structure in New York at 93 meters, and until 1902, the Americans used it as a lighthouse. Ships' captains could see its electric light from 40 kilometers away. Since then, although they have built many taller buildings, the Statue of Liberty is still an impressive sight, and millions of visitors have climbed the 354 steps to the top. Okay, the last paragraph. Queen of the Castle. Balmoral Castle in Scotland was a present for Queen Victoria from her husband, Prince Albert, in 1852. The countryside around the castle is spectacular and includes a Lochnager amounting 1,160 meters high. The royal couple decided that the original castle was too small, so they built a new one. They completed it in 1856 with a beautiful tower about 30 meters high. The castle has belonged to the British royal family since that time, and each new generation has improved the property. Today, the Queen and her family always reside at Balmoral when they visit Scotland. The castle grounds have been open to the public for over 35 years, and visitors can also visit the ballroom in the castle. This is the end of the passage. We will discuss some words related to. So we have here words like building, castle, concert hall, government building, museum. Museum is a place in which you can say monuments, okay, the old or the ancient things that built in the past. Palace, tower, skyscraper, opera house. Dominated means controlled, okay. Skyline, it's an area that the buildings on the land meets the sky, okay. Landmark, it's a piece of the ground or of the earth that is amazed, okay. Lasted means continued. Construction, host, parade, it's like a party or like a concert in the street in which musical or in which teams can perform some actions. Structure, belonged to. Generation, a group of people were born on the same time or on the same date, okay. Property, reside, grounds, and so on. These all words that included in this passage. Okay, we will discuss now some questions. Okay, let's start here by using reading tip. When you can or when you scan a text for information, if you would like to search about or search for information in the passage, you need to use a strategy that is called scan. Look for keywords. So scan means looking for keywords to help locate the sentences that you need to determine which exactly statement or which exactly is the sentence in the passage that you need. For example, information about height and age might include dates. Okay, so if I'd like to search for height or age in a passage, I need to search for dates, numbers, and the word is like meters, years, it's etc and so on. Okay, now we will discuss some questions. Here read the reading tip. Okay, read the text quickly and find out which of the three buildings is. Okay, like what? Number one, the oldest. If you read the passage again, you will find that the oldest building is Balmoral Castle. Balmoral Castle. What about number two, the newest? The what? The newest. The newest is the Palace of Culture and Science. The Palace of Culture and Science. Okay. What about number three? The highest building is the Palace of Culture and Science also. Why? Because it's 231 meters high. Okay, this is question number one. What about number two? Here, read the text again and choose the best answers. Number one, the construction of the Palace of Culture and Science took. So the answer is C. Over 3 years. Over 3 years. Okay. Number two, the Palace of Culture and Science B has a variety of work, educational, and leisure facilities. Has a variety of work, okay, educational and leisure facilities. Number three, the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. Okay, was the tallest building in New York. Was the tallest building in New York. Number four, the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty takes number C. Helped sailors in the past. Helped sailors in the past. Okay, number five, the last one. Today, Balmoral Castle is number A, a tourist attraction and the Queen's home in Scotland. A tourist attraction and the Queen's home in Scotland. You will find these questions answered in the attachment with this video. Okay, turn into number 3. Decide which building each sentence is about. The Palace of Culture and Science, or the Statue of Liberty, or Balmoral Castle. For example, number 1, they built this building next to an older one. It's Balmoral Castle. It's what? Balmoral Castle. Okay, number 2, this building did a particular job for 16 years. It's the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. Number 3, some people died when they were working on this building. Number 3, the Palace of Culture and Science. The Palace of Culture and Science. Number 4, this building isn't in a city. This building isn't in a city. It's a Balmoral Castle. Balmoral Castle. Number 5, the people visit this building so they can see other buildings. So the Palace of Culture and Science. The Palace of Culture and Science. Number 6, they made this building in one country and rebuilt it in another. The Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty. Okay, here we will discuss some questions also. Match the highlighted words in the text with the definitions. We will make a matching between the highlighted words here in the passage with their definitions. So concentrate your attention, please. Okay, what about number 1? The members of a family that are born and live around the same time. It's property. It's what? Sorry, it's a generation. Sorry, it's a generation. Okay, number 2, owned by someone. Owned by someone, belonged to. Belonged to. Number 3, organizes okay, organizes an event and provides the things that you need to do it. It's hostess. Number 4, something that is constructed or built, its structure. Number 5, a tower next to the sea that uses light to warn ships of danger. Okay, it's lighthouse. It's what? Lighthouse. Number 6, well known buildings or objects that you can easily see and that help you know where you are. It's landmarks. It's what? Landmarks. Number 7, continued for a period of time, lasted. Number 8, so big or high that it was very easy to see, dominated. Okay, dominated. Number 9, to live in a particular place. Okay, it's reside. Number 10, the shapes made by buildings or mountains against the sky. It's a skyline. Number 11, a public celebration where lots of people walk through the streets. Okay, it's parade. Number 12, the land and gardens around a big house. It's grounds. Yes. Number 13, the buildings and the land that someone owns. It's property. Number 14, sent goods to customers by air, land or sea, shipped. Number 15, the process of building something. It's construction. Okay, this is the end of lessons 1 and 2, and we will meet again in lessons 3 and 4. Bye bye.